Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to use the first letter of your name, Y. And thank you for your email. So let's take a look at what you said and I'll answer your questions. So you said, actually, this is the first time to write you. I attended one TOEFL exam. I got 96, reading 21, listening 26, writing 22, and speaking 26. My weakness is writing. My target is 24 at least. So I thought to write thesis statements as some of the examples in your video. I would be really grateful if you can tell me how to improve my writing. And yes, I'll do that. And first of all, thank you for choosing the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I'm glad to have you as one of my students. And congratulations on your already very, very high academic English proficiency, especially your speaking. You've done what a lot of students only dream of doing. You reached your goal of 26 on the speaking. It is not easy, and you got really strong score on the listening 26, and writing is your question right now. Okay, so what you've done is you looked at some of my video lessons at the 7-step system, and you've practiced creating thesis statements based on the different prompts, and that is excellent practice. And I'm telling you, the thesis is the most important thing you can do. It's very, very important. So the first question says, some people think that human needs for farmland, housing, and industry are more important than saving land for endangered animals. Do you agree or disagree with this point of view? Why or why not? Okay, here's what you said. Now, as I read it, I might make some grammatical corrections as we go, right? So you can look at, under the video here, you can see your paragraph, and then you'll see what changes I'm making. It saves me a little bit more time as opposed to having to write all this out. You say, each day passes. I'm going to put a connector in there and say this: as each day passes by, comma, many endangered animals are under risks due to the, I'm going to put increased demand for the land. People are increasing in number every second, and this leads to the need of using more and more space. The land is required for building homes for shelter, cropping it for food, and building industries. Even though, and I would not put a comma there, just put even though this does not have a positive impact on the animals, there is no other solution. Every person should have at least the basic needs for life, such as shelter, food, and enough money to live a respectable, reasonable life. However, that does not mean not trying to protect the animals. We also have to try to preserve what we have. Maybe you see something like this: we should also try to preserve the remaining endangered let me say it again. We also have to try to preserve the remaining endangered species we have out there. Okay, let's go back to the question again. So, do you agree or disagree with this point of view? Why or why not? I think that you might run into trouble with this question. Now, I like the introduction in the sense that it's long. It's not only 20 or 30 words. You definitely have a good, strong beginning, I think, to the speech. To the writing task. I like the details you use in the beginning. But I think you should probably stop where you say, everyone should have at least the basic needs for life, such as shelter, food, and enough money to live a respectable, reasonable life, which is why it's more important to protect human needs first. I would probably stop there, and then with the however thing, you're almost forcing yourself by saying that now you have to talk about preserving the endangered species out there. You're trying to have it both ways here. And with a 30-minute writing assignment, I would focus more on the argument, on either agreeing or disagreeing with it, and not trying to do both there. It's going to be really difficult for you to develop a strong argument in defense of both positions. So that would be my comments on your first thesis statement. All right, let's go to the next one. Your next one is, why do you think some people are more attracted to dangerous sports or other dangerous activities? So you say, many people would like to fill their day with either a sport or activity they like. In my country, Egypt, the most popular sport is soccer and activity is chess. That's not working. How about the most popular sport is soccer and the most popular intellectual activity maybe is chess. So see something like, and the most popular intellectual activity is chess. These are not dangerous at all. However, others would prefer dangerous sports and activities such as diving and hiking. In my opinion, there are many reasons behind the attraction of some people to dangerous sports or activities, such as they like to take risks and try new things, or they have learned it from their parents when I'm going to put were here because you said when they were young means they're not. All in all, this type of sport or activity one enjoys depends merely on the individual's personality. They like being adventurous. No, you're killing yourself again. No, your thesis, you're trying to go off in too many different directions here. Let me give you some basic ideas here. The purpose of creating a thesis statement, especially with this type of writing, is to argue, right? So the characteristics of a good thesis statement are it's sharply focused, it's arguable, and not in any way unclear. So for you, you're having trouble focusing. You're trying to do too many things here. For example, you said they like to take risks and try new things, or maybe they learned maybe the attraction to the dangerous activity from their parents. But then you also say it depends merely on one's individual personality. They like being adventurous. This isn't it. You have too many ideas here. There's too many possible directions for you to go with this writing assignment, and you're not very likely to have really focused topic sentences restating each of these key points. So I'm going to say this thesis statement is doing too much. You're trying to do too many different things. So I don't think it's sharply focused. For example, what if you said this? What if you said some people like dangerous activities because they like to take risks and try new things, or they learn taking dangerous risks from their parents when they were young. That's it. Or you might get into the adventurous idea. Get rid of it depends merely on one's individual personality. Get rid of that. What if you just focused it around instead of there are many reasons behind the attraction? To me, that's not doing really anything. You might say, however, others would prefer dangerous sports and activities such as diving or hiking because they like to take risks and try new things. They learned these dangerous activities from their parents when they were young, and they like being adventurous. That's it. So try to put those three key ideas, those three key points of the argument in that one sentence. And that helps focus, I think, your thesis. Now, my advice is your paragraph is looking pretty good. You definitely have a nice fat paragraph. You have some great general statements preceding the thesis, but once you get to the thesis, you're putting some sentences in there that kind of take away from what you're trying to do there. So anyway, that would be my advice on that one. Okay, make sure I don't run out of time here. Got about 7 more minutes. Okay, number 4. I'm probably going to run out of time in here. I'll get as many as I can get done right now before the 15 minutes runs up on the YouTube. It says, some like to travel with a companion. Other people prefer to travel alone. Which do you prefer? Use specific reasons and examples to support your choice. So you say, travel is very important to escape from work and the stressful life. One should take a break for at least once a year. Now, I think that's throwing you off. How about this? One should take a break at least one time a year in order to recharge their batteries. So one can relax in front of a beautiful beach and enjoy the gorgeous day doing one's preferred activities. This is sure of no debate. However, traveling with a companion or traveling alone is, how about the issue of the argument? Some people prefer to travel alone while others prefer to travel with someone. Well, if I prefer to travel with someone, especially if that person no comma, is very close to me, such as my husband or my parents. Traveling with a person, I would put I love, not you love. Traveling with the person I love will strengthen my relationship with them. Moreover, put I here. Your point of view is moving around. You start off with one, then you go to you, then you go to I. You want to be more consistent with that point of view there. That's going to hurt your score in terms of your consistency. So be careful with your point of view. So let me say it again. So traveling with the person I love will strengthen my relationship with them. Moreover, I will have more fun if I go out for a vacation with a close person to me rather than going alone. Just get rid of the last sentence again. One will find different activities to do. Now, forget that. You're done with that. I think this works other than the point of view shifts. So based on your thesis, you're saying that traveling with someone strengthens the relationship. You'll have more fun. You say, okay, traveling with one you love will strengthen your relationship. You'll have more fun when you're going on vacation rather than going alone. And now that's your third point, and I can find different activities to do together with this person. So those are your 3 points there. So actually this is a pretty good thesis. And if anybody else is watching this video right now, you might be wondering, no, you don't have to distill, I think, the thesis in a single sentence. It's possible, as this student did here, to put the thesis in different sentences. It's okay. The thing that's probably really throwing you, I think, that could kill your score on this one is the point of view. The point of view is a perspective from which you write. You can start off with the I point of view. You can use the you point of view, the he, she, it point of view. You are using 3 different points of view in the same paragraph, and that hurts the consistency. That's the biggest thing that would kill your writing score here, especially if you did this kind of mistake throughout your whole essay. That would definitely bring down your score. All right, let me check my time right now. So I got 3 minutes. Maybe I can get this one done. You see, some people prefer to get up early in the morning and start the day's work. Others prefer to get up later in the day and work until night. Which do you prefer? So you say, going to work is an essential part of every person in order to have money to bring the basic necessities such as food, drink, and clothing. Most of the jobs anywhere in the world are from 9 to 5. I believe, too, that this should be the time to start my day, not your. Be careful. Then you say, even though many will argue it is very hectic to wake up early, it is for constitutional reasons. What does that mean? Forget that. Get rid of that. Just say, many will argue it's very hectic to wake up early. But just say, however, it is healthy to start my day early, and I would feel more comfortable that I have the whole day to get my work done, and there is a lot less stress during work. There you go. That would be some changes I might make there. Now, that's actually a pretty good thesis statement, so you're definitely going in the right direction here. Now, I'm telling you right now, your writing score here is 22, right? So I don't think that your score, I don't think you're getting 22 points here necessarily because of your organization. I would still not pass, or I would give you about 22 or 23 on this one just because of your grammar errors. So you want to be very careful about your point of view, your perspective from which you're writing. That's what's really killing you right now. So you need to decide, I think, before you begin your essay, what is the point of view that you want to write. And in many cases, because you're arguing a position, you probably want to use either the first person singular I or the third person singular point of view in your writing. The main thing is be consistent. Just doing that one thing there, I think, can actually change your score significantly. But anyway, thank you very much for your email. I hope I've given you some tips to help you get your thesis going in the right direction.